Hi, I'm Jessica with Super Dave Rains and The Big Show, and I'm here with Eric. He's the CTO of Serenity Forge. And can I ask you, what is the message that Serenity Forge is trying to send with their games?
So the main thing we go for with all of our games is we try to deliver experiences that really make the players think and force them to look at things in a different way. And so with all of our games, we try to take a more serene approach to it, hence the Serenity there. And we try to deliver these experiences where, like, it's not necessarily going to be combat, it's not going to be frantic shooting or anything like that, but it will convey a different sense of satisfaction, I would say, where you're really... It's almost like a personal growth that we try to shoot for with all of our games. And this game right here is actually a good example. Is that in the shot?
He's getting it right now.
Anyway, the game is Four-Sided Fantasy, which we are publishing. And the whole premise of it is there's this boy and this girl, and they get separated, and you basically have to find each other. But the story is very loose. It's very artistic and open to interpretation. But the mechanic allows you to interact with the game world in ways where other games don't let you do it. And that mechanic is, as you can see here, you wrap around the screen. And it's a very common thing that you see in a lot of games, but it's not something that you ever think about. And so that's why we really love this game. We're really happy to be working with the developers on it. And it's, it just makes you think about what it is games do and kind of elevates that level of thinking.
So about how long does it take to produce a game like this with the programming and what's the process that you go through?
It takes a game from start to finish, like coming up with the idea to publishing it. It usually takes, I want to say, about 2 years, sometimes more, sometimes less. And the hardest part of it is really just coming up with that idea and laying the groundwork for it. And with all of our games in the past, we've it almost feels like we design ourselves into a corner, and we are definitely still learning. We're definitely growing as a company, and as we learn from these games that we make, the hardest part ends up being to build a better engine, to build a better story. Just, we know we can take things farther, we know we can make things better, and that is what we're shooting for with each new game we put out.
Well, these games are absolutely gorgeous.
That's good to hear.
And I'm asking an honest question for our viewers. What platforms can you use these games on? Are they available for gaming systems or just Steam, computer, PC games?
All of our games will be, for the most part, they're going to be all available for Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Wonderful.
And yeah, we're shooting on staying multi-platform for all of our future games.
Cross-platform gaming is definitely a big issue for a lot of people right now, so it's wonderful that you have the availability there. How long have you been with Serenity Forge? Have you been there since the inception, or?
I've actually been with Serenity Forge for coming up on a year now. It's a pretty new company. Officially, we are about 3 years old, I believe. So I still kind of feel like I'm new here, but I'm here in this interview, so...
Yeah. So you're a programmer, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
What languages do you program in specifically?
For the most part, we make all our games in C#.
Gotcha.
But we also work in a little bit of C++ here and there. We work with DLLs a lot. Also dabbled in Game Maker a little bit, and we are looking at the Unreal Engine more. So,
that's interesting.
Yeah, we're trying to branch out a lot more.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That, I think, is where the future of gaming is a lot of different languages, but C# is a fantastic language for this.
Oh, yeah.
You have a gorgeous, gorgeous game here, and it actually reminds me a little bit of Broken Age. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but when I saw it visually, that's what I thought of. So that style, I guess it's indie, seems to be something that a lot of people want. They want the story. It's not just about how many people can I shoot. Yeah. And from what I understand, you do have a shooter that instead of having a gun, the object is to survive peacefully?
Yeah. So that's Pixel Galaxy. And that game, I think it's best described as a mashup between Galaga and Tetris.
Okay.
And the whole premise of it is that you aren't killing your enemies or anything, you are making friends with them. And what you do is you're this single white pixel and you move around, and as you get close to enemies, you collect them and they become your friends and they fight for you. So It is combat-oriented, yes, but we are still focused on not necessarily a pacifist theme, but a more friendly theme just to reach more people. Like, show video games don't have to be violent, they don't have to be destructive to be entertaining.
Well, I think you got that in the name. Thank you so much for your time on behalf of me with Super Dave Brains and the Big Show, and I look forward to playing your games.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.